Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Polkadot. Not many surprises in the charts. The price comes down as expected. We talked about the fact that Polkadot had not reached its target area yet in the last video, and that I will expect the price still to reach the target area, and we have finally seen here the price break below this ascending trend line. And then we have been coming down, found a bit of support here around the $19 mark. Quite important support level that was here the 61.8% fib level. Now that was broken here in the last few days, and we're coming now further into the direction of my target area that begins at around $11. So pretty much, if I zoom out again, you can see it on the left hand side. It's between the 78.6% fib level and the 88.7% fib level, basically between $10.71 and $5.65. Why that level? Well, we are, in my opinion, in a wave 2 based on my Elliott Wave count, in a larger wave 2, higher degree wave 2. Yeah, so we made here a wave 1 that was back in April 21. We have then come down in a correction wave A, B and C. All of that is a wave 2. So basically you can argue that this correction has been lasting now for a year or even over a year. And in such a wave 2, the price would normally come into the region between the 88.7% fib level and the 61.8% fib level at $19.11. However, in such a correction, it is most likely that the price will end below the wave A. And this is here, so it's at 1071. So I still expect the price to reach at least the same level again. So 1071 is still here on my target. I've never been going away from that target, because while it has been quite likely, or at least possible, for many other cryptos that had reached their target area already to turn around and move to new all-time highs, well, obviously they haven't done that yet, but because they basically, a lot of, like VeChain, like Chainlink, like Ethereum, like Solana, they all did reach their individual target areas for completing the correction, for at least fulfilling the minimum requirements to complete the correction, which doesn't mean they were completed, or which doesn't mean they have to go up now, but it at least means the requirement to complete the correction in that wave count is complete. So I don't have any headache with them going up. Whereas with Polkadot, in any move up now, I wouldn't have a lot of trust if we haven't completed that correction. And yeah, we are now on our way down, as expected, and shown here with those arrows in the last video, that I still expect the price to land here. That would be around about at least a 39% drop for Polkadot from where it is now. That would be pretty much in line with my expectation what Bitcoin can do as well. And after that, however, when we finally reach this target area, then I think Polkadot is going to go here into the region of that price target there. This is not 100% confirmed yet, because we need to wait where the wave 2 eventually will end, but we can be more certain that the price would at least be in the $81 area, possibly higher, because this is the absolute minimum, and that is for the next larger wave up, like a wave 3, like a wave degree like that. So where it will take, it won't happen in a week, but as we know, a bull run in the crypto market can really happen quite fast. So yeah, and this is what I think needs to play out. We need to get there first, and we are currently on our way to there again, after the price did not manage to break this important level. That is also the level, when we talked about it in the last video, a very important level here, where the price was struggling to push through, found resistance, and then we in the end actually broke then that support level. So when you do short-term trading, or when you do TA yourself, always use trend lines as well, because such an ascending trend line here can be very helpful in an uptrend. When that gets broken, then you can be certain, or at least it's more likely, nothing is 100%, but it's more likely that we're actually coming down. And here, we found support at the 61.8, have been moving down further, and currently we cannot yet see any sign that this temporary downtrend is over. So let's take a look here on the 1 hour chart. This looks very corrective as we came down here very strongly, very impulsively. This for me looks just like a consolidation. The move up is very, very weak. So we're already seeing here on the 1 hour chart the momentum, which was a little bit bullish here on the, bear in mind it's only the 1 hour chart, so you saw a little bit of a consolidation to the upside, but now we already see the momentum shift again further to the downside. So that temporary upside might already be over. and it doesn't seem to be able to translate fully onto the 4-hour chart, because the 1 hour is already turning down again. So the 4 hour is trying to move here towards a bullish crossover on the MACD, but if the 1 hour is already turning down, then this might not even play out, and we might see a bit of a sell-off here fairly soon. We got out of the oversold range on the 4-hour RSI, not much though. On the 8-hour, also here started to recover a little bit, massively oversold, but not a bullish divergence recognizable here that would allow us to at least get an idea that the bulls are getting stronger. And on the daily there is also here more downside potential. Now we need to look at that we are already fairly oversold on various time frames. So as I said in the Bitcoin video, I do expect currently a little bit of a correction to the upside, a little bit of a recovery, and what could happen here without a problem, I think, is a recovery of Polkadot to retest that $19.10 level, that 61.8% fib level from below. I think that would actually be quite important to maintain that as resistance. So obviously coming down here, moving up to retest it, that would help also to allow the indicators to recover a little bit, because on the daily, while we're not yet oversold, we're not yet below 30 on the RSI. Well, you are oversold already on the 8-hour chart. So that would need probably, some sort of a correction to the upside would be expected and necessary before we can move further down towards the direction of the price target. I mean, Bitcoin is currently at a key tipping point, and if you don't know why, just check out my Bitcoin video. It's finding important support currently, and it will all fall and grow with Bitcoin at the moment, I think, because Bitcoin is really at this tipping point. If it drops below that 39k level, I think then we are going to see a huge drop to 34.5. However, primarily I now expect a little bit of a recovery for Bitcoin. Bear in mind, today in a few hours we have the CPI data released as well. I don't expect massive moves until then, but expect a little bit of volatility before it actually happens. Now, Kusama, just to really mention it as well, Kusama also did not, very similar to Polkadot, managed to break above that previous high. So again, that uptrend at around $200, which was a resistance level, was not, that uptrend was basically diminished, stopped, broken, whatever, and we're now heading down. However, the difference here with Kusama is that Kusama already moved into the target area. It made a lower low compared to that wave A. So as I explained with Polkadot, that is what I would love to see for Polkadot as well. It's more healthy for the chart, and here personally I would currently have more trust in Kusama, because Kusama already reached that area here. However, also for Kusama, it turned around in the target area, that's fine, but it turned around in the middle of nowhere here around around $100. So ideally you want them to turn around at a fib level, like here the 88.7% fib level at $71, or the 78.6 at 135. Now that $135 level was of course broken and we moved down lower, but yeah, I think ideally you want them to turn around at one of these fib levels. But so also here I think the likelihood is fairly high that we drop once more into the target area. But again, it depends on what Bitcoin is doing now, I think, in the next few hours, because also here Kusama currently coming down to the 50-day moving average. So far, I mean, it did a nice and bullish move. It broke out of this descending wedge we had on the chart. We then talked about this bullish flag here. Now that was also working out, moved all the way up to $200, and then we saw a trend change here. I don't think I made a video back then, I can't remember it, but it was an important resistance level, turned down, moved down lower, and now we find support here at this 50-day moving average. If you lose that, next support here would be that 78.6% Fibonacci retracement level at $135. So overall, the chart for Kusama is looking better, in my opinion, than the Polkadot chart, because it made that lower low. But until we really move above that $203 level, that downside potential is still very real, because we have not even made it above the previous high. So that is structurally very important. You want to make a significant high above that previous high, and also a higher low ideally, and then you can be more certain. Also, we need that 5-wave structure in the chart. So at the moment we only have a 3-wave structure here, like an ABC, which would actually show that we could come down once more here in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the target area once more. The way we come down here is just very strong. So the likelihood for further lower prices is still very much there, and we have not, in my opinion, seen yet any confirmed breakout to the upside. Yes, there have been some nice moves here in the last few days and weeks, but this is not yet an impulse or any confirmed breakout where we can be very certain that the lows are already in. So currently all, especially for Polkadot, moving in line with expectations, and Kusama just also did not manage to break that resistance level and is kept low for the moment and could really dip once more into the target area. So that's my view here on Kusama and Polkadot. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. And yeah, also make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram. You can find the links for both in the video description. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.